Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. I hope you're well. So if you're new to my channel, my name's Selina and I release a crochet tutorial every week. And this week I'm bringing to you this really nice jumper. I really love it. It was really fun to crochet. As always, the free pattern is available on my blog selinaveronique.com. The link will be in the description box. And this sweater comes in sizes S to XXL, so I will be demonstrating size S. However, you can just follow along the video and check out the pattern for your corresponding size. So this for this project I used 4 skeins of Caron Baby Cakes. This is a medium 4 yarn. It is 82% acrylic, 18% nylon, and it is shade Dreamy Peach, and I absolutely love this yarn. You will also be needing 1 skein of Stylecraft Special Aran yarn, and this is 100% acrylic, and this is shade cream. I used this yarn for the large border here and the sleeves. You will also be needing a 6mm crochet hook and a 5mm crochet hook, as well as a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle, and that's it. I will be using US terms with British terms in brackets. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. This really helps out my channel. And if you want more exclusive content and more feminine crochet content, don't forget to check out my Patreon page. The link is in the down bar. Okay, so to begin this tutorial, I will be showing you how to make the front and the back panel, and the front and the back panel are exactly the same, and then I'll show you how to make the sleeves, and obviously there will be 2 sleeves and they will be also exactly the same. And as you can see, they are made exclusively using the Suzette stitch. Okay, so to begin this tutorial you will be making a slip knot. So just go ahead and make your slip knot. So I will be making a sample and I will be explaining how to make size S. And like I said, just go ahead and check out my blog. The link is in the down bar for any other size, but the principle will be the exact same for every size. But just so you know, I will be chaining, and the number of rows I will be making are for size S. So to begin, you will be chaining 55. So just go ahead and chain 55. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you should have 55 chains. So now for row 1, I am going to be counting 1, 2, 3 chains from the hook, and I will be placing a double crochet into that 3rd chain from the hook. So just go ahead and wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that chain, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn, pull through 2 loops, and take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and that creates a double crochet. And the first chain 2 at the beginning counts as a single crochet. So I've just zoomed in. So now that you've done that, you will be skipping 1 chain and going into the next with a single crochet. So just go ahead to make a single crochet, pop your hook through, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, take your yarn and pull through 2 loops. And in that very same chain, you will be placing a double crochet also. So just go ahead and place a double crochet inside that same stitch, and that's the beginning of the Suzette stitch. Okay, so now for the next stitch you are going to be skipping the next chain, and going into the next chain with a single crochet and a double crochet inside that stitch also. So just go ahead and make a double crochet also. Now skip the next stitch, chain, so skip the next chain and go into the next with a single crochet and place a double crochet into that also. Now skip a chain and go into the next with a single crochet. So as you can see, the pattern is quite clear, and place also a double crochet into that. And just carry this on, carry on skipping one chain and placing a single crochet and a double crochet together throughout this row, and just stop two chains from the end, and then I'll show you how to finish off this row. Okay, so I'm back and I've almost finished this row. So to finish this row, I am going to zoom in a tiny bit more. So I have two chains left, as you can see, and what I am going to be doing is skipping this next chain here and going into the next with just a simple single crochet to finish off this row. So this is row 1, and now what we are going to be doing is chaining 1, turning our work, and this does count as a single crochet. What you are going to be doing is directly going back into this stitch with also a double crochet. So just go ahead and place a double crochet into this same first stitch here. Now skip this stitch here and go into the next, which is also the single crochet from the previous row, and just place a single crochet and a double crochet inside that stitch. Now skip the next stitch and go into the next, which is again the single crochet from the previous row, and place a single crochet and a double crochet into that. Skip a stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet, and then skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet, and just carry this on until you reach the end of the row, and just stop at the last 2 stitches before the end of this row, and I'll show you how to finish off this row. Okay, so I've almost finished this row. What we are going to be doing, so there are 2 stitches left. You are going to be skipping this stitch and going into the very last stitch with a single crochet. So we are going to be finishing each and every row with a simple single crochet at the end of the row. So now chain 1, turn your work, and this counts as your first single crochet. Place a double crochet into that same first stitch here, and just repeat row 2. So from here on out we will be simply repeating row 2. I'll show you briefly again, but just note that it will be a one row repeat throughout. So skip the next stitch and go into the single crochet from the previous row with a single crochet and a double crochet. Skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet. Skip a stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet, and just repeat row 2. So if you need more help, just rewind the video And yes, so just carry this on. And for size S, I have made 32 rows, so just carry this stitch on for 32 rows, and then once you've reached 32 rows again, check the pattern for the number of rows that you need depending on your size, but for size S it's 32. It will be probably different for all the different sizes, and then once you've done that, do not fasten off, because I'm going to show you how to create the neckline. So just go ahead and repeat row 2, and for 32 rows total, obviously the 32 includes the rows you've already done, so it's 32 rows in total, and I'll get back to you once you've done that. So now I'm just going to show you how to create the top of this front or back panel. Obviously you will be repeating this process twice. So this is my front panel that I've completed, and as you can see, I created this neck opening, and I'm just going to show you how to create this neck opening on this side. So once again, just check out the pattern to see how many stitches you will need. So I'm just going to pop my hook through. I'm going to chain 1 to begin, and so now we are going to be placing, and this counts as a single crochet, we will be placing a double crochet inside that same stitch. So what we are going to be doing is the exact same thing as what we've been doing all along. However, it will be just for a certain number of stitches, and then we will stop, but I'll show you. So now skip the next stitch and go into the next stitch, which is a single crochet from the previous row with a single crochet and a double crochet inside that stitch. Skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet together. Skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet. Skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet. Skip the stitch and go into the next, and I'm just going to count my stitches at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip this next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet, and now we are going to be finishing off this row. So skip the next stitch and go into the next with just a single crochet on its own to finish off this row. So this is the first row of the neck opening. Don't forget to check out the free pattern and follow along that on my blog selinaveronique.com. So now chain 1, turn your work, and this counts as your first single crochet, and you will be placing a double crochet inside that same stitch. Skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet. Skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet and a double crochet, and as you can see, this is simply a repeat of once again row 2, but obviously much shorter. So just carry on this row, and then at the end just finish off with just 1 single crochet, and then just add 4 more rows so that you have 6 rows in total of this section. And then once you do that, fasten off and then just attach your yarn on the other side and do the exact same thing on the other side, and just do the exact same thing on your other panel. And because obviously we have the front and back panel which are identical, and then I'll get back to you to show you the sleeves. Okay, so for the sleeves, so obviously you will have 2 sleeves and they will be identical, and actually they will be following the exact same pattern as the body of the cardigan, almost exactly almost the exact same. Obviously it's the exact same stitch. So for the first sleeve you will be chaining 55 and you will be proceeding exactly like the body, like the front panel that I showed you at the beginning of the video. So just rewind the video if you need to and follow along. So just chain 55 and then just do the exact same thing as for the front panel, and just you will be needing for size S, I'm just checking my pattern, you will be needing 33 rows in total. Yes, so just go ahead and crochet 33 rows in total for both the sleeves, and then I'll get back to you to show you what to do then. So now that you have all the parts of your cardigan, so the front panel, the back panel, and your 2 sleeves, you will be sewing this project together. So to begin, we'll be seaming the sleeves. So to do that, just place your sleeve on a flat surface and now close it into like so. And now that you've closed it like this, you are going to start sewing the seam. So to sew the seam, we will be, so I've attached a piece of yarn and I'm simply going to be sewing this. Sorry about all the loose ends. So I will be sewing this part using the mattress stitch. So I'm just gonna put it like that and zoom in, just because it will be easier to see. So the mattress stitch is when you go in one side and then directly in the other side. So like this, and then just simply go through the other side and then the other side. So it's pretty easy and straightforward. So I'll just let you seam both your sleeves, well, this first sleeve, and then I'll show you how to tie a knot and finish off this sewing, and then we can do the second one. Okay, so I'm back and I've seamed both my my sleeves, as you can see. So this is what we have. And now we are going to be sewing our whole project together. Okay, so we are going to be sewing the jumper together now, and then creating the borders and the edging. So what you are going to be doing is placing both your front and back panel on the flat surface like this, on top of each other, and place the sleeve just like this, so that it creates a straight line at the top here, and make sure that your seam that you've just sewed is facing down. And what I do usually is place the side of the chains, so this is where we began the project when we chained, is on the outside, because I find that it's tighter, it's like a tighter kind of feel. And this is where we finished. We are going to begin this part by sewing these together. So this, the shoulders together. So I did leave loose ends to be able to sew. So I'm going to use one loose end here to sew this together. So just go ahead and do this. So this top part is what I mean. So just go ahead and sew this top part using the mattress stitch, and then I'll get back to you to show you the rest of the project. Okay, so I've done both shoulders, and now I'm going to start sewing my sleeve in. So I've placed my project like this. this needs to form a straight line. Like I said, I've got my my loose end. So the way I sew my project together is that I start sewing one side and then I turn this over and sew the back. So I hope this makes sense. So what I am going to be doing is just sewing my front panel to the front side of the sleeve. So it's quite simple really, but I think it just gives a better look to the project. I don't like sewing the sleeve completely onto the project and then sewing the sides together. I hope I'm making sense. I prefer to just sew one side and then sew the other side separately. So just sew the front of your cardigan to the front of your sweater, and I'll get back to you to show you what to do once you reach the end. So this part, once you reach the end of the sleeve. So I finished sewing in the front part of the sleeve, as you can see, and now I'm simply going to be carrying on with this stitch, sewing the front and the back panel together. So obviously this is only the bottom part, but just carry this on until you reach the bottom of this seam, and then once you reach the bottom of the seam, just tie a knot and tidy up your loose end or loose ends, and then I'll show you how to sew in the back of your sleeve. Okay, so I've finished the front, and now simply switch this like that to the back, and obviously now we are simply going to be sewing this part together. So I've taken a piece of yarn, I am going to tie it to the back panel like so. And now I'm simply going to be doing the exact same thing, is using the mattress stitch. I'm going to be sewing this in. So just go ahead and sew this part in, and then I'll get back to you to show you the rest of the project. Actually no, repeat the same process on the other side, and then I'll show you what to do then. Okay, so I finished my sewing, and now I'm going to show you how to create your the bottom part of the cardigan. So this large border that we are going to be doing, we are now going to be switching to Stylecraft Special Aran, or if you live in the US, you can substitute this with Paintbox, Simply Aran, both in shade cream. So there you go. And also a 5mm crochet hook. You will be attaching this yarn to the bottom of your cardigan, of your jumper like this. And yes, a 5mm crochet hook. So attach this like so, and now I'm just going to manipulate the cardigan. I'm going to switch it around just to be able to show you what I am doing. So now that we've attached the yarn, we are simply going to be chaining one, and this counts as a single crochet. Now you are going to go into the next stitch with a single crochet. You are going to be skipping the next stitch and then go into the next with a single crochet. This is actually the chain at the beginning of this project, I think, but it is a stitch. Go into the next stitch with a single crochet, skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. There we go. And go into the next stitch with a single crochet, skip the next, and then go into the next with a single crochet, into the next chain with a single crochet. Now skip the next stitch and go into the next. So what you are going to be doing is placing 2 single crochets, skip a stitch, place 2 single crochets, way around. So now I'm going to skip a stitch. And then I'll get back to you once, so go all the way around and I'll get back to you once you've reached the beginning of this project. So I'm back and I've placed all the single crochets that I needed, so I'm simply now going to be slip stitching to the first chain. And this is what we have for this first row of single crochets. Okay, so now for the next row we are simply going to be chaining 2, 1 and 2, and this counts as our first half double crochet. That goes with this first stitch. Now we are going into the next stitch with another half double crochet, and wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that stitch, pull up a loop, pull through all 3 loops, and that's your half double crochet. Go into the next stitch with a half double crochet and into the next stitch, and just place a half double crochet into each and every stitch across until you reach the end of this row, and then I'll show you what to do then. Okay, so I've almost finished this row. I am going to slip stitch. I've placed my last half double crochet. I'm going to slip stitch at the top of that stitch here, and now I'm simply going to be repeating this row of half double crochets over and over. So I'll be popping up just now on the screen the number of rows that you will be needing for size S. And obviously on my blog post, I will be writing the number of rows that you need for every size. But as this is a demonstration for size S, just to keep it tied together for this video, I'll be popping up here just how many rows you need, and then I'll get back to you to show you the rest of the pattern. Okay, so I've completed the bottom edging. As you can see, it really gives this beautiful shape to this sweater. So I did 11 rows in total for size S. Like I said, just check out my blog for the different sizes, how many rows you'll need for that. And then I completed 1 sleeve, and I'm going to demonstrate the second sleeve to you. And this is what it looks like. It's a very similar pattern, it's just the beginning that's a bit different from the bottom edging. So I'm just gonna show you what to do with the sleeves. Okay, so I've just attached my yarn to the sleeve. I'm going to try and show you as best I can on camera. So I've just attached the yarn, and of course this is Stylecraft Special Aran still, and it's the 5mm crochet hook also. Now just pop your hook through and chain 1. This counts as a single crochet. Now skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. So just go ahead and place a single crochet into that. Okay, so now just skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. Skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet. Skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet, and skip the next stitch and go into the next with a single crochet, and carry this on, skipping 1 stitch and then placing a single crochet into the next until you reach the beginning, and I'll show you what to do then. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone round the whole sleeve and I'm back at where I started. Again, I'm going to try and show you as best I can on camera. So what I'm going to do is slip stitch to that first chain that we did, and this is what we have. So as you can see, it's really tightened up this sleeve like we would want. That's what we are looking for. And so now it's going to be really easy. It's going to be very similar to what we've done with the bottom edging. So chain 2, this counts as a half double crochet. And now you are going to be going directly into the next stitch with a half double crochet. And into the next stitch with a half double crochet and into the next stitch. And so you are going to be placing half double crochets all the way around, and then once you reach the beginning here, you will be slip stitching to that first chain 2 to close off the round, and you will be needing 7 rounds in total of half double crochets. So this is your first round, complete it, and then you will be needing 6 more rounds after that. So you will have 7 rounds of half double crochets in total, and then fasten off and do the same thing on the other side for this other sleeve, and then I'll get back to you to show you how to create your neck edging. So for this part we will be using the 6mm crochet hook once again, because we don't really want to tighten this neck edging. Attach your yarn, so I'm attaching it at the side here. You can attach it at any given stitch, but I think it would look neater like this. Pop your hook through and chain 1, this counts as your first single crochet. I am going to be zooming in. Now go into the next stitch with a single crochet and into the next stitch with a single crochet, and this is the wrong side of the stitches, so that means there's not a clear and distinct stitch into which you can place a single crochet. So just make sure you place them evenly all across this side, because this is the side. And now that we are going to be moving on to the front of the cardigan, the stitches are clearly defined. I hope I'm making sense here. So just pop a single crochet into each and every stitch across, and just do this all the way around, and once you reach the beginning first stitch, I'll show you what to do then. So I'm back, and I'm actually gonna de-zoom for a second here. So here we go. So as you can see, I've gone all the way around the neck edging with a single crochet. I'm really liking the effect, and I've arrived at the beginning, and I'm going to slip stitch to that first chain that we did, slip stitch, and now I'm simply going to fasten off. So just fasten off your project like so, tie a knot, and now all you need to do is sew in all your loose ends. So all you need to do now is sew in all your loose ends, and that's it. You are done. If you need help on how to sew your loose ends in, I will be linking my video on how to do that. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day.